Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7L today. Got some more Guild War for you guys. Before we begin though, the joke of the day from Icarus. You've really got to hand it to shore people. They can never reach it themselves. It's a pretty good one. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and jump into our first match here. I just can't stop thinking of my coworkers at school who are... We always have to hand them supplies from the back closet because all the things are put up really high. Anyway, I'm getting a little sidetracked here. For our first match, all three of the main towers are down. Stronghold is open, but I don't think the Stronghold tower is going to be a very big challenge. So we're going to be seeking out some of the smaller towers here that have some stronger defenses. So for the first team, we have Ocean Breeze Luluka, Abyssal Euphine, and ML Landy. And into that, we're going to be bringing in our Elvira. So Elvira here finally reforged her piece. I think it was this piece right here. It's pretty decent, and she's just shy of 250 speed. Got a little bit of bulk to survive until she takes her turn. She's at 270 resist, and I like her with a bit of effectiveness. She's on Hostess of the Banquet, which gives her 30 more effect resistance. The damage doesn't really matter. I just don't have another copy of Bastion of Hope. Mine's plus 30 and it's on Sage Ball, so she gets the second best thing. Alright, next up though, we got Bibulus. Now, Bibulus is typically not very good into Abyssal Euphine or ML Landy. Or sorry, she's good into ML Landy, but not into Abyssal Euphine, because you'd build up Fighting Spirit way too fast whenever Bibulus counters. So I have her on Iron Fan, and she's going to be really good at turn cycling here. Want to keep the heals up and keep the defense breaks going. So she's at 250 speed, 150 effectiveness, good enough to debuff pretty much anybody here. Maybe not the Ocean Breeze Luluka, but it's quite alright. We just need to hit the Abyssal Euphine and ML Landy. We also bring in ML Ken here, and he's, let's go ahead and switch him over to the plus 30 Sigurd, just in case something goes wrong. But yeah, there you go. Extra attack, extra bulk. Can never go wrong with that. So he's just here with a little bit of resistance. Hopefully he resists the Luluka's debuffs. Even if he doesn't, should be fine. Because the Bibulus now does not give Fighting Spirit to Euphine whenever we hit her, because Elvira is going to be on our team. Alright, for the bottom team here, Zeo, Bellion, and Lionheart. So into this team, I'm going to bring in Last Rider Crow. He's just going to be really decent for giving barriers to the team, increasing our bulk whenever we get hit by AoEs. And that's my build. He's on Aureus with some damage sharing. Huayang already has some damage reduction built into her S2, so she is going to be pretty tanky with an Aureus user on your side. I'm using her on Uberius' Tooth, just for some extra S1 damage procs. We'll see how well it goes here. I know typically into Bellions you can't get souls, so it might be better. Like, Uberius is really good if you can soul burn your Huayang, but if you can't soul burn her, I've heard that some people are finding pretty decent use out of what is it called? Not Gators, but Teyu's artifact, Spear of Purification. With the extra attack percent that you get here, it can actually make up for some missing attack differences that you might have. So I might go ahead and test this out later, but there's no real non-attack skill besides the Lionheart here, so I don't really think we need to use that in this case. And then Destina is going to be here as my last unit. I just needed a unit that was faster than my Huayang, so Destina here will get hit by Zeo, and she has enough resist to just tank him and hold down the fort. I have a few pieces that are not fully reforged yet, so you see the boot here and the chest piece. So we're going to be working on that, but once we got those reforged, she should be much better. Was moving a bunch of gear around, so... Anyway, let's enough talking here, and let's jump into the match and see what happens. Bibulus gets to go first. Do I want to just pop the S3 here? It could be nice, like decreasing the hit chance and getting the barrier. But Ocean Breeze Luluka does cleanse. Let's go for it anyway. I know I could probably just hold on to it, but let's just go for it anyway for the Iron Fan combat readiness boost. Bibulus turn cycles so quickly that it doesn't really matter. Also, that is sick. Look at that. We got the blind on this Ocean Breeze Luluka, so her resistance is actually not super high. Might be a 200 res build, you know, somewhere in the middle there. Right, now the downside to blinding my opponent, I probably shouldn't have S3'd at all. The downside of doing that is you kind of screw yourself over with the ML Ken, because he can't get crit. So he's not going to counter, but it's okay, because Ocean Breeze Luluka is going to cleanse anyway. So this is all good. We just mostly did the S3 turn cycle or Biblis, see, so we can go and take the turn here. Let's go ahead and hit the Abyssal Euphine, try to push her back. Oh, okay, we do proc a counterattack here. That's gonna hurt quite a bit, but let's go for the S2, see if we can strip that defense break. No defense break! Uh-oh. Alright, Landy's gonna go, we're gonna counter into her, which is nice, because we have the Sigurd for healing. Alright, look at that, Landy's already dead. Holy. Let's go into the Euphine, just so we can proc the extra attack here. Alright, there we go. Well, we could have get the extra attack from hitting Ocean Breeze Luluka, but she's Earth, so we might miss. I just wanted to get some extra damage on this Euphine. And look at that. No Fighting Spirit at all. Still 2 turns of immortality. We're just going to be staying alive, and they can't really do anything about it. Let's see if Ocean Breeze Luluka has enough effectiveness to debuff me. If she does, it'll kind of be bad for ML Ken. Okay, not enough for the ML Ken, which is good. Let's go for a hit onto the Euphine. Good, she's counterattacking. She's on proof, actually. Okay, we gotta be careful now with the Euphine, because I don't want her to... Ooh, we missed everybody. I don't want her to kill my ML Ken with counters. So we are gonna go for the S3 here. Oh, nice. We finally landed a defense break. Let's go ahead and hit this Ocean Breeze Luluka. Oh, she's on Prophetic Candlestick, I see. Let's go for a hit onto the Abyssal Euphine. No counterattack there, so she now gets to cleanse. So no defense break, unfortunately. Ooh, and you know what? Elvira is actually going to lose her immortality here. That's really sad. We didn't have enough souls to soul burn. Okay, so here's what we gotta do. Gotta go for a soul burn push here. Okay, she did not counter, which is... Oh, but this is not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Our viewer is gonna go down. Oh, it's okay. It's alright. We're gonna kill the ML Euphine anyway. Yeah, so the only issue with Elvira is if she runs out of immortality, you don't have any cheese with like Prophetic Candlestick and stuff. So she is pretty balanced in that regard. We are gonna finish this Euphine off because she was on proof. Let's just go for an S1. So yeah, ML Ken's pretty much got this now. The only issue, again, was that if the battle takes too long, if I chose a more proactive character, it might have been better. Maybe something like ML Bologna, and instead of Bibulus, I might have brought like a cleanser here, just so we don't get debuffed by the Ocean Breeze Luluka. Because something of that sort would probably help out. Unfortunately, we can't use Elvira for the rest of this guild war, but it's alright, because we have Hua Young here, and she is one that I think is super strong into these types of teams. So we just need to cleanse her debuffs. Go ahead and do that right here with the S2. Heal her up, push her up, and she gets her... she essentially has Benimaru's Tachi built into her kit, right? So now we can go for an S3. Who do I want to go for? We'll go for the Bellion or the Lionheart? I think the Lionheart might be the bigger threat here, so let's go for her. Let's go for the S3. This should be able to kill. There's no real damage mitigation on this side, yeah. So, as you see there, pretty decent damage. Lionheart's one of those units that might actually have like a bit of attack somewhere if you don't have optimal pieces. So, and my Hua Young actually doesn't have the highest attack out there, unfortunately. Ideally you want around 5,000 attack, but she works well in these cases. Let's go for an S3, just kind of heal up the entire team. We're kind of low. And Hua Young is also pretty good into these tankier units that kind of mitigate damage. So Zio, for example, with his Deify, he will take a bunch of damage from this proc. So you see that S1 damage there was insane. Love it. And then Bellion's just going to feed us LRK cooldowns, so that's going to be pretty good. Destina should outspeed here, right? And we can just cleanse the Hua Young again. And again, with the Hua Young, we should be able to S3 on a later turn, one more turn, and we'll finish off the Bellion. Alright, hopefully he doesn't get another... Oh, he got another extra proc! That is pretty bad. Alright, so we're just gonna keep getting debuffed here. Unfortunate, but it's okay. Speed down is gonna hurt LRK's damage here. But we should still be able to kill with Hua Young, even though she's blind. Never mind, we're gonna get provoked. Oh wait, no, we have immunity, We're good. Alright, good stuff. Yeah, we should still be able to kill with an S1 here. We are blinded, but I'm pretty sure we still kill on miss. Oh wait, no, hang on. I'm an idiot! I forgot Hua Young cleansed before she S3'd. That was not one of the things that they changed or anything. Okay, but the issue is, and the reason why we didn't deal that much damage is because, if you're Hua Young, it has debuffs at the start of the turn, she doesn't get the attack buff. So now we get the attack buff and we can finish off this Rebellion. Yeah, she's just a really consistent damage dealer against these bruisers. Probably not going to be one-shotting tanks anymore unless you're building her like really specifically to do that. But yeah, overall I think I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Yeah, Hua Young on Torrent, pretty decent. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the second match over here. Gonna be fighting this tower. I see the tower above it's being attacked right now. And this is because I want to actually test out Hua Young's damage against the bottom team. So first, let's take a look at the top one. Landy, Bellion, and Aola. I think this might be a fast Landy. A lot of Landys nowadays are openers and 290, 300 speed, so they're quite insane. At least the ones I fight in RTA. So we're into all these AoE units. We're actually going to bring Last Rider Crow. I know Landy has a pretty good advantage into Last Rider Crow, but we might benefit quite a bit from the Bellion. And if it is an opener Landy, I'm pretty sure she's going to be squishier, so we're going to bring in Carrot, who can probably finish her off quite easily. And we're also going to get debuffs from our Ocean Breeze Luluka here. So Carrot's pretty good into Bellion and Landy, so that's why I'm choosing her. And Ocean Breeze Luluka is going to be nice for cleansing and just kind of sustaining ourselves with the team. Guardian Ice Crystal's here to help us out as well in terms of healing, because she doesn't really do much outside of give the Ice Cream buff to the opponent, to the team, and then CR pushing everyone with the S1. Alright, for the bottom team here, Spirit Eye Celine, pretty good for Hua Young. I actually switched my Hua Young into the Spear of Purification here, because Spirit Eye Celine does have an S3. I also just want to test the extra attack difference that I could potentially have, which might come in handy here. Who knows? We got APOC, Ravi, and Arwell, both again low attack units, so Hua Young scaling between the difference of them should be pretty good here. She will attack buff, so I don't need to worry about that, which is pretty good. I'm bringing in Troublemaker Crozet. He has a CR push in his S3, and he has Halagland, so he'll be able to turn cycle a little bit as well. And we also have Magic Scholar Doris, who's going to be tanking the A Ravi. That's why I have her in the back line behind the Troublemaker Crozet, so that she can take even less damage. Candlestick on her to turn cycle her healing, and her S3 CR pushing. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Right, for the first one, we're actually faster than Aola. I don't really like that. Let's go ahead and just push everyone up here. Ooh, that's actually a slow Landy too. I don't like this at all. Do I go for the S3 and then have the Aola cleanse? I think that's fine. We can go for the S3 because we can potentially put a couple burns on our opponent. And the reason why I'm going for this now is because when Aola goes, my Luluka can actually help out quite a bit. Oh yeah, look at those burns on that Bellion. Pretty good. My Luluka can actually help out here with cleansing the team. She will get a little CR push. And we should be fine. Let's see, we're going to go for a hit onto the Landy. We're not going to get that many buffs because the we got silence, so LRK can't really do anything anyway. And Bellion's coming in for the S3s. It's going to push a lot of people back, but again, it's fine because Ocean Breeze Luluka hasn't gone yet. Be able to get the Ice Cream buff and get those cleanses going. And this will actually allow me to strip the buffs off of the opponent, and we'll also be able to break the skill nulls, since we already procced Aola. Ideally, Aola was going first, Ocean Breeze Luluka follows up, pulls the skill nulls up, and then Carrot goes in S3s, and then LRK S3s. That was the goal, which would have probably killed a lot of these units here, but it's all good. Ice Cream buff is essentially mitigating the damage from the Landy, which is nice. I'm not going to detonate onto that Bellion. I just want to kill the Landy here. And so we can S3 with the LRK. And this should kill the Landy, so now it's just easy pickings. Look at all the debuffs from the Bellion, right? Every time she attacks, she is going to hit the Carrot, which means more burns. Look at that, more burns, right? Easy peasy. And we'll just S1 here. Ooh, she's a counter build. Okay, and look at those burns on Carrot. Absolutely amazing. So we'll just detonate that. Detonate the Bellion, and it's pretty much over. Oh, actually, we didn't even detonate. It just straight up killed. Alright, there we go. Aola might actually proc from this, so unfortunately, she's going to get a skill null. Or no, we procced it on the previous turn. That's fine. That's right, that's right. We are fine here, we are fine. And Carrot hopefully gets to finish things off. I think she has her S... it's fine, we'll just go for an S1 anyway. Oh, nice dual attack. Pretty good, love to see it. Let's go for another one here. Push up the LRK. We should be able to finish things off. Okay, good, good, good. Now it's time for the star of the show again, Hua Young here. Let's see what we got in store for us here. So Spirit Purification actually allows us a CR push, which is kind of nice. Now, given we're still not going to be killing necessarily with the with this, Troublemaker Crozet could probably pop the S3. Now, do I want to give it to the Hua Young? It gives different effects, right, based on the class. So class enhancement, kind of the opposite of ML Sharoon. So we would actually be giving crit hit resist. And we'll only give a barrier if we give it to Doris. I think I'll go for the critical hit resist on the Hua Young. Let's go for that. I just want a defense buff on the Troublemaker Crozet. I know she's going to be going anyway. And I don't want to hold on to it, just in case this Spirit Isoline is gonna screw us over later. So let's go straight for the Arwell here. Let's see how much damage we're able to do. Not expecting a one-shot, not expecting a whole ton of damage, right? But that is still pretty nice. Gotta admit, that is pretty nice damage there. No blind on the APOC Robbie, kinda sad. And we're gonna see the... Ooh, actually, Arwell's probably gonna strip the Crozet, isn't she? That's okay. Doris can replenish the defense buff on the next turn. Probably should have held on to his S3. But at least we turn cycle out of the stun. Yeah, see, Spirit Isoline does so much... Holy! Look at that damage, guys! That is not good at all. Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna need to DPS this guy down. Let me go for an S2. Kind of protect everyone from some damage. Alright, Spirit Eye is going to go into the Doris here. Defense buff Doris, not going to take all that much. No Dust Devil, thankfully. And let's go for the S1 here. Look at that. Pretty good. No real impactful detonation damage, but let's go for the push-up here. Once we get to Soul Burn this, I think we'll be able to make a bigger impact. So we can go for this. Let's just kill the Celine. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. It's because the Arwell with the S-Core has been soaking up most of the damage, so you can't really tell how much she's really doing to the Spirit Isoline. But even with mitigation, if you Soul Burn, you're in a pretty decent spot. We can tank the A Robbie pretty easily. Let's just go ahead and finish off this Arwell. Should be able to turn cycle into this A Robbie pretty easily. Yeah, there we go. Another pretty decent hit there. And let's just heal up the Doris once more, get that defense buff going. And then we should be able to get this APOC Robbie. Alright, we're not scared of that, because Doris is like one of the best light baits in the game. Look how much damage we took from that A Robbie S3, right? It's insane. Let's go ahead and heal ourselves up, though. Want to make sure we're nice and healthy. Okay, and I am going to go for the Soul Burn, because we do have an S3 coming in on the next turn. Thankfully, barrier's not broken. Look at that, pretty decent damage. Can we blind? No blind. Is this a resist A Robbie or something? Okay, let's see how much damage we're able to do against this APOC Robbie. Ooh, it's not terrible. Not terrible at all. 22k damage! Not too shabby, right? Not too shabby. I'll take it. That's pretty decent overall. Alright guys, last but not least, we're going to be going into this tower up here. Actually, it seems like my guild... Millie is actually trading places with me here, I think. Millie's probably attacking the one that I just attacked, so that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. For the top team, we have Arwell, Bellion, and a Tywin. So, for this, we're going to try using what everyone calls like Hua Young's best friend, right? C. Lilius gives a Vigor buff, so Vigor buff stacks with attack buff. I also have some attack imprints for the team here, which will help out Hua Young quite a bit, and we're going to be utilizing her to just nuke down these three bruisers, right? Tanky bruiser type units. So the A. Tywin, Arwell, and the Bellion there. Triple Knight team, so it'd be quite nice to see how much damage we can do. Some people might test her out on Portrait. People say that Portrait is actually a pretty decent artifact if you just want to go for straight up damage We can just take it from Politica. She's kind of useless here. We're not using her. So let's go ahead and use this portrait and test out the damage here. Gives a bit more attack than my Spear of Purification. And then it just gives you straight up 20% more damage when they're 50% or higher in terms of health, which is pretty good because she does decent damage already. DJB is going to be over here. I'm putting him on Team Imprint because I don't think he needs that much resistance into this fight. He'll be here for the barrier inversion and for the immunity against the A Tywin, so that we don't get stunned and controlled. Right, but for the bottom team here, FCC, Archdemon, and Shu, regular Shu. So that's kind of a pretty bulky team, and I decided, let's have some fun. So here's my newly geared DDR. He's on speed and hit set, so pretty bulky here, 260 speed. I couldn't make him 270, but I did hit his effectiveness up to 150, which is quite nice. He has Wonders Potion Vial as well to dispel any debuffs on him that he might get from fighting things like Zeo, typically. We also have Sharoon. Sharoon's also a Wonders Potion Vial. Probably should put on something else for this fight, but it's alright. We have her on hit set and counter set. Not fully reforged because I'm still trying to work on some pieces here. But overall, her stat line is pretty good. Next up, though, we have Solitaria. In this fight, Solitaria is going to be quite nice. She is going to be on Fairy Tail for a Nightmare, so going to be dealing quite a bit of damage and initiating some debuffs too. You know what, on second thought, I think Sharoon should probably just put on Celestine for this fight and swap her back later. I just need some form of healing. Maybe Guardian Ice Crystals wouldn't be too bad either. But Celestine's a bit more proactive, so let's go for that. Alright, we'll take it from the Dragon King Sharoon and just borrow it here on regular Sharoon. Okay. Let's jump into it and see how it goes. The Solitaria also prevents Archdemon from using her S3, shuts down focus units, right? So that won't be an issue. This guy has a lot of buffs on his team right now, so Arwell's barriers starting off is pretty good. But the A Tywin and the Bellion are both on, they're both on barrier. Ooh, shoot. The my Sea Lilias didn't end up doing anything, which kind of sucks actually. Let's go ahead and provoke the A Tywin. We can barrier invert. The unfortunate thing is we don't really put any debuffs on anyone. Let's go for... I'm not going to S3. Let's just go S1 here. Oh, we get hit by an Elbrus too. It's not good. Alright, who do we go for? Do we go for the Arwell? I think so. Let's go for the Arwell. We have an attack buff. We have a vigor buff. And we have the imprint from the Sea Lilias. Let's see how much damage we do this time. Oh, yeah, no, now that is pretty nice. There wasn't even an attack down there. I think we already have the max attack difference. So that was Portrait doing quite decently there. And I'm kind of happy about that damage. Pretty good. The Italo will cleanse the attack down if I hit him, so I don't want to hit him here. Let's just go and hit everyone. Hit the Bellion. Everyone else is technically just Bellion here. Alright, so we're not getting the Uberius Tooth procs or anything, but it's okay. We are going to get stunned here on the Sea Lilius, but it's fine, because now we have DJB, who can pop his S3. This will help turn cycle my Hua Young, who's stuck in the back lines there. Typically, if you build around 200 speed, you do want some assistance in that regard. Okay, there we go. Just dual attacking with Hua Young. Pretty nice. Some people were saying that they kind of wish she had her CR pushing skill back, and I'd say, yeah, if she CR pushed on S1, it would actually make her really, really strong. What do we go for? I think we just keep going for the S1. Let's go for the heal. Okay. And this time, we can just go for a provoke on the... Let's just push back the Bellion. I don't necessarily want to provoke... Oh, okay. We didn't get the pushback. We got the provoke. Fantastic. Do we try to blind the team? Or do we go for a heal? Let's see if we can stun. Stun the Bellion. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay. I was just worried that DJB would go down there, but let's get the attack down going so that Hua Young can get more of an attack difference here for her S3. Don't think I have it up yet. Oh, she does have it up. Alright, let's go for the Bellion. Oh, nice stun again. If I go for the A Tywin, it'll actually just end up cleansing the Bellion, so let's just go ahead and see how much damage we do here. This is no Portrait, by the way. This is no Portrait damage, just Vigor buff. And it's also really good. There's no Portrait there because Bellion was below 50% health, so that was a pretty good test there. Okay, let's go for the S1. A Tywin's going to get his Rage buff, but that is fine. Just go ahead and provoke him. we go. And how much damage are we gonna do? I want to see a S3 damage from Hua Young onto a Tywin. I don't know if he's gonna live. I don't know if he's gonna make it. Let's push everyone up. Yeah, if Hua Young keeps dual attacking here, I don't think a Tywin's gonna live. We have one more turn. Let's see if we can do it. Ooh, let's see if we can do it. Let's go for the S2, just in case. Let's just not deal damage to him. And we gotta go for the S1. Okay, good. So Hua Young has immunity. It doesn't really matter that the A Tywin ignores res, because he is pretty much dead here. Alright, good. So now Hua Young gets to go for an S3. See how much damage she does to this. Again, no portrait, right? Because he's below 50% health. Alright, knocked him 20k, not bad. That's without Vigor buff too. So you can kind of see the damage ranges for her here. Again, portrait might not have been ideal in that situation. Might have opted to go for something else. Who knows? Because her damage was already pretty decent. You might want to just... actually, portrait might be fine. Portrait was really good in killing the Arwell early, right? 29k damage, whatever we did. But yeah, portrait does become less useful the later on the match goes, where the opponent's health is lower if they don't have a healer. So do keep that in mind. It's really good for bursting someone down, but it's not as good for consistent damage. And my Hua Young is actually built for more consistent damage dealing shenanigans. Okay, what do we want to do here? Let's go ahead and hit the FCC. Oh, that's nice venom damage. Pretty good. Okay, good counterattack too. Alright, let's go for the shoe. I'm gonna put some injury on her. She is gonna counter. That's quite alright. See if we can stun. No stun. Oh, that's a lot of damage though. I like it. Let's sleep the shoe, because the Archdemon is stunned. And I'm just gonna go for a reset on FCC again. There we go. Mostly because I don't want him to get the skill null, and I don't want to wake the shoe up. And look at that. Look at the Wondrous Potion Vial. It's going to be so nice just cleansing off this Sharoon here. Ideally, the safest play is to hit this FCC, because Shu can't counter because she hasn't used her S3. Right? She can only counter if you're hitting her. So let's go for this sleep, though. We're kind of gambling pretty hard with this. Now Sharoon can go for her S3. Let's go ahead and get some venom buffs going. There we go. Speed down as well is going to help me turn cycle a bit. And now we can just go for a safe S3 onto the shoe. Stun her. Oh my god, these kind of DDR teams are absolutely disgusting. Look at that. Just look at that. Alright, we're able to, let's just finish off this FCC. Archdemon has not taken a single turn here. Let's go ahead and start hitting her. See if we can stack some venoms, but also get a stun, perhaps. Nope, no stuns, but oh, look at those detonations. Alright, DDR, ooh, he got silenced, but again, doesn't matter. Disgusting stuff, guys, disgusting stuff. Wondrous Potion Vial is so not fair on him. Alright, and then let's just go ahead and detonate this, there we go, beautiful. And because we can finish off the shoe with Sharoon. Very nice. So a little bit of control action to end things off here. Kind of the complete opposite of Hua Young's pure destructive power, right? So anyway, let me know what you think of Hua Young in the comments section down below. It's been a few days since her buff. Have you tested her out, and what are your results? I'm curious to see what you guys have found out. But with that being said though, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe for more Epic 7 content. And until next time, take care.